Welcome everybody to the Mildly Interesting Podcast. I'm your host here, Nick Yarrow, and I'm with a bunch of different people here because we're going to do something a little different today. I'm not really going to talk about news or any kind of updates like that. I'm here with a bunch of friends that we're going to play an RPG game called Dread. Basically what it is it's kind of like a role-playing game like Dungeons & Dragons, except it's a horror theme, and it's involving a Jenga tower. So I'm here with all my friends surrounding a table, and we have a big Jenga tower in the middle. So I guess we'll just start off with our names. So I, of course, am Nick Yarrow, the most important. And then here to my right, we have...
Sue-Ann. Lisa.
I'm Emma.
Tyler.
Jaden.
I'm Hemi.
Millie.
Awesome. So, yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into it. So you guys are all students at the Southern Utah School of Southern Utah. And your mascot are the chickens. Or the cocks, right? We all agreed on the cocks as your mascot. So you're all sitting in math class right now, okay? You're all kind of sitting in the front 2 rows, sitting behind each other, facing the teacher who is up front. And that teacher's name is Mr. Cragglepuss. And he's kind of giving a lecture, and he says, "Oh, of course, if you just carry the 2, and you gotta move it around and divide by the decimal, and you just need to move these things around." But you're not really paying attention to anything that he's saying, because tonight is the big school dance. It's prom. So this is the Friday night before prom. So you guys are kind of barely paying attention. Just as this happens, Todd McClurry, who's the most popular guy in school, leans over to... Yeah, so he leans over to Donnie and he kind of whispers, "Hey, Don, I don't know if I want to go tonight to the dance. I kind of heard it's lame. I think I might just skip out and go to this Rager college party down the street. Are you in?"
Yes.
Sick, man. Make sure to text all our friends. And then he kind of leans back over towards Chaz, and he's like, "Hey, bruh, I heard that the dance tonight's gonna suck real bad. I'm gonna go to this college party instead. Do you want to come?"
Yeah, dude. That sounds great.
Cool, lit. I'll hit you up.
Sounds sick nasty.
Thanks, Chaz. I'll hit you up in the DMs.
Bro.
And then he leans back over to Charlotte. He goes, "Hey, Shart, I know you're new and all, and everyone kind of gave you a bad nickname as soon as you moved here. But I was wondering if you wanted to come to this sick Rager nasty party tonight."
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, cool. So then just as this is kind of all going on, you hear Mr. Cragglepuss slam on the board, and he kind of looks over at everybody because he heard a bunch of laughing. And he goes, "Excuse me, miss.
What?
If you're so keen on the criteria of math, can you solve this answer for me?" And then it's just a bunch of really complicated math equations on the board.
How about I give you $20 and you don't talk to me ever again?
I'm going to need a poll for that.
My daddy owns the school.
Don't be die on this bowl.
He kills you with math.
As you go up to write on the board.
Your brain explodes.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you pull out a 20 and you kind of flash it in his eyes. And he just kind of like takes it, and then he says, "Fine, but I want a 3-page test that I'm going to give you after prom done by Monday. And then I'll never talk to you ever again." Just as this conversation's going on, the door opens. And in walks the janitor, Buster. And Buster, you know, he's kind of just doing his thing. He's like, "Yo, Mr. Cragglepuss, whatever. I just came from the principal's office, and I got a thing here for,
Corey.
For Corey. I got a thing here for Corey. It's from his parents. I know them because the other day when I ran into them, they told me to keep off the grass." And he winks at you as he hands you this envelope.
Okay. Thanks, Buster.
Yeah. I'll see you around, kiddos.
Yeah, tomorrow at 3:30 behind the dumpster
Yeah.
right now.
My man. And then he just kind of walks out.
My man.
So then the lesson just kind of continues, and you guys just keep talking about how excited you are. And then kind of all of a sudden, just about 5 minutes before the class ends, you all just notice a really interesting smell. It's not exactly good, but it's also not horrible. It's just something you've never smelled before. And then as you kind of just start inhaling it to really start to comprehend what the smell is, you just start getting really lightheaded. And basically, you're really, like, you're about to pass out. So is anyone going to do anything?
I start vlogging because I have a semi-famous Instagram account with like 500 followers.
I'm saying prayers.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pass out soon.
Okay. So yeah, he pulls out his camera and he starts going, hey, Chazettes. Chaz and Chazettes.
Chaz Army.
Chazzers.
Chaz.
Hey, Chazzers, I'm here. Feeling kind of lightheaded, and I don't know what the... And he's out. Hits the floor. He's gone.
Hey, Mr. Scragglepuss, Chaz is on the floor.
I'm going to need a pull.
Okay.
Oh, risky.
Cool. So basically, as that kind of happens, he turns around and goes, what do you mean? Whoa. I feel weird. And then he passes out, and he's on the floor.
Oh boy.
And then you're going to start dropping like flies. You're out. Shart is passed out.
I'm gonna try to hide in my shirt.
Okay.
Maybe the fumes won't get to me.
I want 2 pulls.
Oh, wait.
What?
I'm kind of into it.
Yeah? Just so enveloped on this new high, you just take it in. You just
Wow.
fall asleep on your desk.
Dude, I'm convinced it was like something I took earlier.
Yeah.
I don't even realize
Something-
that everyone else
Something a
is
certain
lightheaded.
janitor passed you.
I didn't even realize everyone else was lightheaded
I
too.
didn't put them on the
Wait,
spot.
I thought it was just you. You're like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah. So I guess you're just all passed out, except...
Oh, me.
Oh, you stacking them? My bad.
Okay, yeah. So you see them all pass out.
Wait, even me?
No, you're still barely got it together. Hey guys, Nick here. So it's actually a huge bummer because when I was recording that Dread podcast, something kind of happened and corrupted the first whole half of the freaking story, and I'm really mad because there's no way I can get it back. So I'm just kind of plugging this in here, letting you know that basically, yeah, half of it is missing, and that's such a bummer. But basically, I'm just going to plug the second half in here, and I can finish that all up, and I can just catch you up to kind of what was going on at that point. Basically, everyone passed out in the classroom, and when they woke up, they were stuck to the wall, and there was a sledge that kept them all there, and they ran into Buster, the janitor, who had given them a map of the school, and they tried prying him from the wall, but they had found out that the sledge was eating at his limbs and had pretty much killed him. So once they noticed that, they saw this creature down the hall, and it chased them all the way to the other side of the school, and the 3 girl players, Martha, Kimmy, and Shart, hid in the art room and tried covering themselves with paint to make an act of camouflage, while Corey, Chaz, and Donnie hid in the wood workshop room where they made baseball bats with nails inside of them to defend themselves. And then that's when the girls in the art room ran into Mr. Cragglepuss, who came in there, and he was going to explain everything, but he had a big slash in his side. So Kimmy tried to save him by cauterizing the wound. So she took a metal leg off of one of the desks and stuck it into the kiln until it was really hot. And then she stabbed him in the side, and it actually killed him. So he died. Meanwhile, the boys had found this metal gate with an eerie glow behind it, and then they decided to investigate. And that's about where the second part picks up. So again, real sorry guys. I'll make sure to try to fix that in the future, and I'll see you all around. Okay, so you stuck your stick in the goop.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens, but it is viscous.
Of course. Like a nice snotty texture.
Bro, if you taste this, I will give you a Lamborghini. Guys, 10 likes in the chat. This guy gets a Lamborghini.
10 likes? Why are you setting these all so low?
Because it's the
He
deal.
doesn't have that many followers.
Remember, he has like 50
He's on the
followers.
come up.
I got like 1K.
Okay, so basically now you just hear some moaning.
Who's waiting?
Somebody coming from behind the metal door where the goop is coming from.
Is moaning.
And yelling, help! Help!
Who are you? What happened?
I'm Private James Montgomery.
Nice.
I need help.
Private, eh?
Why is the military at our school?
Yeah, what is
Just
this?
open the gate and I'll tell you
No,
everything.
what's this goo? Is this goo gonna kill? Are you gonna kill me?
Nah,
Whatever you
man.
do, don't eat it.
He's like, oh. He's down there like,
Yes, I'm like
about to-
getting my mouth near it.
He's like the filming.
Can we open the door? Is there like a S?
Yeah, it's like one of those chains that you could pull on the side.
Yeah, let's open the door.
Okay, let's like
take a
crack it
risk.
open enough that we can like see him, so he's not like a mutant. Is he normal?
Okay, yeah.
Sounds pretty normal.
What can we see? Like his feet? Is he normal?
Yeah, they look like, little big shoes, but
Little big shit. His feet are a little big, but that's
I'm
alright.
into it. Open the door.
We'll beat him with our
You
bats.
know what they say about a guy with big feet?
Okay, guys, we'll ready our bats.
So, yeah, so-
right, bats.
As you open the door, you do notice that it's like a soldier in a full hazmat suit. He walks in and he says, "This was never supposed to happen. We're going to be in so much trouble. This is going to cause an entire uproar in the whole northwestern side of the United States. Are you guys okay?"
No, I'm a little emotionally scarred, but
I kind of just stare at him for a bit.
We're
Just
getting
with my
so
mouth
many
open.
likes on this video. I'm more than okay.
go
Basically,
Cubs.
he says, "Also, you should all not be next to this radioactive goop, or else you're going to get cancer in your 30s.
Eh.
So let's go."
Okay.
So as you walk out, he kind of says stuff like,
Can you explain, what's going on?
yeah, basically he says, so we were transporting this specialized bioweapon. We were transporting this special bioweapon for testing purposes to Nevada, and on the way over, the truck had slipped off the track and collided off of the side of the highway into your school, and the biomass of our special weapon looks like it's captured your entire school.
Sweet.
I want to ask him about the weird demon guy chasing us.
Basically, what the biomass kind of does is it takes living tissue, turns it into dead tissue, and then reanimates it into living tissue again within its certain hive mind.
Oh,
So
man,
what?
happens
So
when
what
I
you're
bust
saying is that everyone that's tangled with the stuff is being killed to be reanimated.
More or less, yeah. So then he just kind of pulls out like a 9mm, and he's just like, yeah. So we kind of got to take care of that.
Starts capping the students.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is happening.
So he basically says, this was never supposed to happen. Is my brother okay? I know that he works here, and I was supposed to go see him when I was done with the shipment. My name is...
Is your brother by chance 60 years old?
Yeah.
The math teacher.
It's like, my brother, my name is Private Montgomery Cracklepuss.
Oh, that's
Is he
our
okay?
math teacher. Let's.
I bet he is
think we heard him
completely-
scream.
Oh, you heard him? Where is he at?
Down the
We
hall.
don't say that because we don't want him to know that. We want him to think his brother is safe and sound and we are taking him to
Because
see
we
him.
don't know.
Oh, we don't know that either.
Yeah.
We'll be like, yeah, we don't know where he is. Let's.
He's
Yeah.
probably A-okay.
You got any more of them? Them
Well, we have to find him because he's sort of he's pro gun rights. So I didn't want. He told me this in confidence, and he didn't want me to tell anybody. But he actually hid a little bin of guns in the library just for something like this.
Oh yeah, I found that one time.
Let's go to the library, guys.
Yeah, let's go to the library.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Well, we need to find Cracklepuss first
We
because
still
he has
think
the key.
We still.
He has
on
the key to
wall.
the bin.
Okay. Well, we heard a scream from the art room.
Let's go get our friends.
I
from
say
the art
let's
room.
go head over to the art room.
Let's go over the art room, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then he just kind of, you guys unlock the door. He takes point and he points his gun down the hall. It looks like that the people from the walls from earlier went from completely motionless to kind of stirring around a bit now.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Are
And
they
then
like
he's-
covered in this stuff or just kind of still pinned?
They're covered in the stuff still.
Okay.
So then he kind of like motions you all to move towards the door to the art room.
Sweet. Is it closed? I should knock on the art room door.
You guys hear a knock at the art room door.
But you don't.
What do you want?
You're
Yeah,
Yeah,
unconscious.
you're unconscious.
Oh. Hey. Who is
He
it?
goes, that's an Alabamian.
Rare breed.
I've encountered some of them before.
Wait, what's your name? Oh, Shart.
Sharp.
Is it just Shart or is anyone else?
I asked
If
him
it's
if-
just Shart, we're leaving.
No.
Martha.
Martha's in here.
I don't know.
Yo, we are in here.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cragglepuss is dead though.
No, don't say that yet. We don't say
And then the private just kind of goes, oh no. And then he's like, what happened?
we
Let us in! He's like,
No, don't tell the truth. Don't tell the truth. Who are you with?
You better wake me up, Millie.
Hey, you guys don't
I'm on
know
the
the
floor.
brother.
yeah.
You don't
No,
know
he
he's the
says
brother.
brother.
He just says, what's happened? Let me in!
Who is it? Who are you with? Is
I'm
it-
Private Montgomery
I'm
with
waking
the
up.
military.
Wait.
I want a pull. I want 2 pulls.
I'm
Wait,
I'm
awake.
shaking her in the corner.
Wait, why is he?
'Kay,
his
one pull
brother
still.
Cragglepuss if he's Montgomery.
Montgomery
I'm
Cragglepuss.
so confused.
Dude, they're like
Cragglepuss is his
step
first
brothers.
Dude, all I just want to know is. Alright.
They're like half brothers.
Are we letting
He's
him
my stepbrother.
Yeah, will we start moving the teacher's desk and letting him in?
Okay, so then he walks in.
I'm awake.
Waking up.
Sick
Stop!
pain, guys.
Walks in, he sees Cragglepuss's corpse on the ground with what looks like a desk leg shoved through his abdomen of a giant scratch across his side. And he just goes, who did this?
I know what this looked like.
And he just points his he goes, did you do this?
No.
It was her.
No.
Yeah, this is her.
Alright.
And then he shoots. I want 2 pulls.
At her?
Yeah.
She's got the burn mark.
I can't see that.
Well, he just listened to what's going on. I want 2 pulls.
So keep me alive?
Yeah, so you don't
Then
die
I have
from
a
a
shot
gunshot
wound.
wound.
This is ridiculous.
I never trust a rich kid.
I'm nervous. What happened to the music? Is it just one? I like it
2.
What? Who did the redo up here? So crooked.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
The whole tower just moved.
Oh my gosh, come on, dude.
Barrett, I can accidentally kill the other brother. Kill
Where'd he shoot
Cool.
me?
So the bullet nicks you in the shoulder and knocks you to the floor.
Yo, shots are fired, guys. Oh my gosh.
Beep, 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 beep.
This is the
Air
craziest
horns.
thing that's happened all day.
Yo, it wasn't me.
Calm
Okay.
down.
You're just gonna say that after
No,
that?
I'm gonna
After taking a
I'm
bullet?
taking. What happened was I'm on the ground, bleeding through my shoulder.
Okay.
He came in with a slash wound, and she tried to cauterize the wound with the blade.
He told me to do it.
Okay, he just shoots you and you're dead.
There you go.
I drove all the way over here after work in my Pizza Pie Cafe clothes.
Yeah. Too bad your shirt isn't bulletproof though.
It is.
Oh yeah.
I put it on my paper.
So you know when you're dead you can still talk as a ghost. You just can't do anything.
I'm a ghost.
Yeah. So you-
I look at.
I'll advise
Montgomery,
Billy. I'll be like,
I kind of like look at him and I kind of like
Has
look
no
away.
one noticed their paint?
Go Cox!
Yeah, our paint. Has no one noticed how we're just.
That was the first
Yeah.
thing I said. I said they sick paint.
So then after he caps you and he just goes
I'm gonna go in his ear.
he
and
just
be like,
goes
that was a mistake, buddy.
he goes, why are you covered in shit?
The same thing the brother
Well,
said.
you see, are good on how that you just shot. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I'd be a little hysterical, honestly. Be like, bro, you just shot a student.
He
a
just
rich
and then he just backhands you. He's like,
Ah!
we need to get this together, okay? Or else none of us are gonna make it out of here.
Y'all
Now listen,
I start crying.
we need to make it to the library, you little bitch.
Guys, this is so serious. Oh my gosh, guys.
And then he comes up and he's like, phone.
Nah, man. This is for the vlog. I can't.
Alright, so then he's gonna reach for it and I wanna pull.
Fine.
I will die for this vlog.
Oh boy.
I have bad vibes about this guy.
Oh.
You did just shoot a student. So.
Two students.
Dude,
Dude,
I'm kind of
look,
freaking
I
out.
know, without even
Has
asking
no
what
one helped?
happened.
I
He
kind of
did ask what happened. It's just he shot you when he found out.
I'm kind of freaking out, and I pop an oxy or two.
Do you want to open the envelope?
Yeah, sure. I open the envelope.
So you open the envelope and you do see a little bit of weed.
A weed.
And, well, actually, it's kind of rolled up in joints already. And then you also see a lighter in there. And a note that just says, keep off the grass, good buddy. Buster.
Oh, Buster. I should have saved you.
I saved you.
I know.
I did it.
Is Buster still alive?
No, remember he
I don't know.
died.
Can we go
So yeah,
check
you
out
managed to
Buster?
keep the fun away from him. And he's like, okay, fine. But we need to keep going. I'll take point. The guys with the bats are behind me. Covered girls are behind them.
Shit,
What?
covered girls.
That's should be in the middle. Right, shark ear in the back.
Covered
Shark
shark.
ear in the back, actually.
He's like, your name is shit covered shark now.
No.
So then he just kind of moves through down the hallway. And you kind of notice, as you're walking with him, there was a crack in his hazmat suit.
Does he have a lip by
Better
chance?
say he's dead.
Does he have a lip by chance?
No, he's not. Well, he's not really limping, but you kind of notice that he just starts like twitching a little bit. Like he doesn't seem like he's got it all
Can I
there.
ask him for an extra hazmat?
Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't. He just
Extra
shot
hazmat.
2 people.
Yeah, so you go up and you ask him for an extra hazmat new suit, and he just goes, "Look, let me check real quick." Yeah, I don't have any in my ass. Then he keeps walking.
Can you, like, I asked him if we can take turns, like, swapping the hazmat suit. 10 minutes each.
Just like, listen, guys, this is not gonna work out. He's like, you all need to focus, okay? And then you just hear, as you look down the hall, you see multiple people start to kind of come off the walls and look towards you guys.
Are they like possessed?
Zombies?
How fast are they moving?
They're about a jog.
Mr. McGonagall, what do we
You're
do?
jogging towards us.
I mean, it's like
I will
it's
do
like
a
limpy
slightly
zombie
faster
jog.
jog than what they're doing then.
Who has
I will
the bats?
maintain pace. with
Towards
the
them or
zombie.
away?
So we have to get to the library though.
Yeah, the library's
So,
behind him.
Question: are they possessed or are they like coming?
No, that's what it is. Like the Walking Dead.
You
they
just see
like,
their
walk
silhouette.
past
Are they
us.
like in batting distance?
Are they in
Oh, just
batting
walk
distance?
past us.
You just see him and he goes,
I go to the wall.
the guy, he just, so Montgomery goes, I've never been this unsure for this long. He just starts shooting at him.
Just dropping students.
Yeah, he's just capping students. You guys, okay, you guys are at the wall. You're right there.
No, we knew
Turns
Dusty-
out, the rich girl had never taken an art class before, so your tone of your shit is a little different from the wall.
Shit tones just.
Nice one.
The tones don't match exactly.
Okay, are we like by Dusty? That was his name, right?
Buster.
Buster, no. Buster, so if you look on the map here,
Yeah, where are we?
so the library is up here, right? You guys are here. Buster was here. So you gotta go.
Good old Busty.
Alright, guys, let's make a run for the library.
Library.
The library.
Let's go, y'all.
So then, yeah, Montgomery's like, I agree, and then he just starts kind of running and gunning. Are you gonna follow him, or are you
Yeah,
guys sticking to the
I'm
wall?
sticking to this
We are
guy's ass.
rolling. We are running.
Okay.
I'm
So as-
grabbing him by
We have
the
this dude's
split in
back.
his suit, man.
I have the vlog in one hand, bat in the other. I'm ready to swing.
So as we're running, I'm like, hey man, are you doing okay?
I gotta kill them all. I need to make sure this doesn't get out. And then he just keeps unloading.
I'm just
Okay.
like, dude, how much ammo do you have?
I got about half a clip left. As you go up to the other students and teachers, you do notice that they look a little different from earlier.
Well, they
Like,
probably
how
look
so?
better than the paint people.
They, oddly enough, they look like they're covered in paint.
It's weird.
Although, as you kind of keep creeping forward, you do notice that his aim is getting worse and worse, and some of the creatures are getting past him towards you guys with the bats.
Yo, we grab
Start
that
swinging.
guy.
We gotta
Just start
swinging.
swinging, dude.
Alright, so basically how it's going to work is you guys have 5 total to kill. A bat will give you a free hit, and then I'm needing pulls after.
So each of us get 1 free hit.
Okay?
We knock down 3,
Knock down 3.
so we need 2 pulls.
Yep.
We let them take the 2 paint people.
Well, how are you... So you all hit 1.
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
two left.
Okay.
Really?
So wait, what's
Throw
homeboy with the gun
punches.
doing?
He's still aiming at the other ones coming towards you guys, just some of them are getting past.
I stick to the wall.
So she's...
Stick to the wall.
Sticks to the wall.
I...
The wall that she doesn't match with.
Yeah, there's no erosion on this part of the wall.
I give my
It's just
phone.
a
I
It's
give
just
my phone to
walkers.
her. Like, yo, be the cameraman.
To the
Get this
ghost.
on video. Wait, she goes.
Oh no, she
No.
goes. Oh, you give it to the goodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, come on, I need you to get this on camera.
Martha?
Can I just take a pull? To live?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. She can take
Pull
one.
to not take the camera.
Well, why would I take the camera? I'm gonna die.
So we all hit his.
Yeah.
hit
No,
his
there's still
guys.
2 more.
You're
There's
right,
still
you're
two
right.
more.
Give me the camera. Give me the
Okay, so I'll
camera.
give you the camera.
Okay.
Okay, alright guys, she's gonna vlog for me now, but be kind of a cameraman. It's gonna be great. Alright, let's go, let's start swinging.
4.
I take out one of the
3.
extras.
Alright.
Alright, boys. This is for you, Chaz. Let's go.
That's not the one.
That is...
Not the one.
I'm saying it. Alright.
So now there's 1 more. So basically, as Donnie, one comes up to him, he takes out the first one, knocks his head clean off with a spike bat, and it's still on there.
Heck yeah.
And then the second one, he manages to like kick, and as it falls back onto the wall, it breaks like its leg, so it can't crawl back to you.
Sweet. Alright, I've done my part.
Cool.
My
Is
turn
this
now.
like a thing where like we have to like chop off a limb like for them to like die, like their heads or something?
I killed one.
I really feel like you guys should smash their heads a couple more times.
The one's head is
Just
literally
to be
stuck to my
safe.
face.
As you walk up to him, he's like, "But I was in your seminary class."
It's in your seminary class. Yeah, wait, do we
Yeah.
even know if these
I
are
just
like.
took out the other one.
Are they like
Are
trying
they
to like.
like alive? Like can they like talk to us?
No, they're clearly covered in the sludge.
So then it's fine. You can just do whatever.
You don't
But like you
recognize
just
them?
recognize them from your
Alright,
Bible study.
so we
group.
took out the 5. We took out the 5.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So you manage to take out the 5 and you make your way towards the library. As you get in, you notice a lot of different things. The library is kind of like, it's like your average library, but also was set up for detention for the students who were going to have to serve that before prom later this night. The tables for the desks for the students were all spread out across the library in certain ways. The entire floor is covered with sludge in a color you've never seen before. Also, you see the cabinet that was described in Montgomery goes, "That's it! It's over there." Also, he grabbed the key earlier, I forgot to say.
That's good.
Thank goodness.
What are the odds?
What are you?
So he grabbed the key, the floor's covered in sludge, you got all the desks extending out throughout the different parts of the room.
So we start like. What's the word? Like leapfrog? Like the lily pad. Lily
I have
pad
rope in
across
my
the place.
fanny pack from riding horses.
Guys,
You have
I'm
a
a
rope?
cheerleader.
A
I'm
whole rope in your
aerobatic.
fanny pack?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. So
Alright, my
with
boy.
wait, so with her Alabama skills,
Nice.
she took her whole rope, tied it into a lasso, and strung it over a scaffolding to make a swing.
Heck yeah, Indiana
Yeehaw!
Impressive.
So who's gonna
What's
swing?
your character name?
Yeah, are you just
Donnie.
high right now?
Alright, my boy Donnie.
I'm
He's gonna
pretty high
act
for a fast.
out of this one like you
I
always
So-
told you,
He
he
always does.
he shot those two, and I popped a few oxys.
Alright, guys.
He
Show
said on
some
his
love for my
thing.
boy Donnie. Go subscribe to his YouTube.
Yeah, I
He's gotta
start.
save
I
us
start
all.
hopping these things.
You're just gonna skip the rope?
Well, we can't all fit on the rope.
Alright.
Where's Montgomery at this point?
He just kinda at the
I'm
doorway.
acrobatic. I'm a cheerleader.
So I want to ask
Who wants the
Montgomery,
key?
what's up with that sludge there? Like, why is this
Who
one
wants the
different?
key?
I'm like, yo, Montgomery, throw me that key. I'm hopping these.
So he
guys.
flicks the key over to you. I wanna pull to catch it.
To catch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on.
Because you already went on the
I'm
desks.
not athletic, bro.
You're a cheerleader, not a
I'm a
football player.
cheerleader, bro.
Dude, if you drop
Basically,
this
he
key-
says this sledge
Oh,
is
wow, I did not mean to
hypersensitive.
touch that one.
Oh,
Well,
dang.
here it goes.
Wait, what was the question?
Wow.
Wait, what's
So you catch the key, and you hop on the desk, get to the cabinet.
Sweet.
You open
Crack
it,
that open.
you see a double-barrel shotgun with like 6 shells in a box.
That's it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's-
Well,
you said there was like tons of them.
Mine.
Well, he said he was preparing for a school shooter, not a, a biomass invasion.
All right. Well, I got this gun. Okay, guys. There's one shotgun in here with 6 shells.
He's like, good counting.
Thanks. Your brother taught me math before he died.
He always was good at math.
At teaching it.
I was never good at math. In fact, I don't know how many shots I have left.
I think there's 6.
Anyways, so basically at this point, he kind of says like, all right, so basically how this monstrosity works is there's this big central hive mind that controls everything throughout the whole nervous system in the school. Destroying that would destroy everything else. But this also is kind of not our problem at all. So there's also like a back door. Well, I don't know if there is a back door, but I'm sure if there was one.
Is this Montgomery or you?
This is Montgomery.
Okay.
We pull out our handy dandy map.
Rest in peace, Buster.
So where is the central nervous system? Where is
I have no idea.
Perfect. Is it like a?
Perfect.
Is it a?
You
Like-
can mark off the art room, the woods room.
What is this?
So is it like a growth that we have to like destroy, or is it like that giant black demon thing?
Yes.
Sweet.
We've
All right,
never-
let's go.
Sweet.
We've never actually tested it in the field before, so we don't really know. But I'm sure we'll know when we see it.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
What are you doing? Are you just swinging on your rope right now? You're just Tarzan.
He's just sitting.
Question. Wait, what about the back door?
All I see is a tunnel, man. That's all I got here.
Yeah, so as you go through Buster's map, you do notice a tunnel that was normally custodian access that leads to the outside.
All right, guys, we got
Bye.
a gun. We got
So the tunnel's on the opposite side.
McGonagall and
No.
another gun. I say we go to the tunnel.
All right, we
It's
only
not
have
a
6
problem,
shots.
guys.
And how many bats do
I'm
you
trying
have?
to
3?
survive.
We have 3 bats.
3 bats and 6 shots, and
Oh yeah.
we have
And
Montgomery.
Me!
I gave my bat to her, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no.
Thank
No, I
you.
gave it to her.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
like it.
I'm incredible.
So then Montgomery just kind of goes, alright guys, so before we move on, I want you all to know that I majored in philosophy in college, so I'm just feeling some bad vibes going on here. So I feel like we should all just be really honest with each other.
I have a concern.
And I'm gonna be like, how did you major in philosophy and just shoot 2 girls for the heck of it?
How'd you major in
Oh yeah,
philosophy
my
and suck at
shoulder.
math?
I forgot
I
that
have
I
a
got
conspiracy. What if Montgomery is the nerve part?
Hey, hey.
Shard?
He goes,
Dude, it's a trap. Montgomery is making us.
Shard is on to something
Kill.
over there.
Montgomery. Just
Okay.
kidding. I don't know.
then he just
No,
points his
Shard-
gun right at
Shard's
your
an
head.
idiot.
He's like,
Kill
what
her.
was that?
Kill her!
Hey, no, we can't
Kill
waste
Shard.
our
He's like,
bullets.
first of all, we all need to just kind of come together here and figure out where all these bad vibes coming from, man.
Maybe
It's
the
like
fact
what?
that we're all gonna die.
I'm feeling some contention here, like just as he like points his gun around. What's going on?
Can you put the gun
Can we talk
down,
here?
sir?
Well, Shard's been throwing me some bad vibes, so
Shard?
There's just I sense a lot of contention here.
yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm just holding a shotgun.
And what do you want to say about that?
I don't know why.
You know why?
Why do you feel that way?
Well, I see the way that Chaz has been looking at you.
That is not my fault.
Hey man, it's for the subscribers, alright?
No one
My hobby
understands
is
me.
making voice all.
Then he kind of goes like, "What? What do you mean, Chaz?"
Oh.
Oh.
You call me gay something?
I guess I am, dude. It's okay. I know like 3 gay people.
It was one time. in the gym.
It was for a challenge,
gym
guys.
class.
It was for this vlog challenge.
What was the challenge?
Well,
One dude had to endure a lap dance from the other dude,
Oh, wow.
and whoever got up or lasted the longest got 20 grand. It was great. We did it for reviews.
Is your new friend here?
So I'm gonna assume you won that.
yes. Why would you assume that?
What does this have to do with me?
I don't know. Okay, so then he just kind of holsters his gun. He's like, so let me get this straight. Let's just recap here. You are into him, from what it sounds like, because you got a nice lap dance and $20,000. You are kind of into her, and you don't like that.
Yes. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Man.
Well, is there anything happening here?
Definitely not.
Nah.
Because I will kill you.
Sure.
Well,
It's
so
all
then,
yours.
then he's like, then I guess you're free
YouTubers
to
can't have.
pursue this man.
Heck yeah.
I got a boyfriend back home in Alabama.
Your brother?
Alabama.
Sorry, man.
No comment.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. 20 grand is 20 grand.
It's the
I'm a
20
little offended
bucks.
by that. I
Cool.
thought we had something, Jess.
Hey man, it was for the views. Didn't really mean anything.
And he's like, and you seem to kind of have a dark aura about you. Is everything all right? What's going on? You can talk
Hey,
to
Nick,
me.
Other Nick is.
We're just playing like philosopher in this.
Tell him to just
death
come
room.
down.
Man, I'm just like
I
really
kind of
not
feel like we
feeling
let
this
go of
game,
morals when we left Buster.
Yeah.
You know what she said?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
Whisper to me.
Well, we should. I feel like we all need to know this so we can trust each other more.
I just don't know how I feel about these gay vibes, okay? I'm sorry. Just not into it.
I never said I was.
Oh, because she's
First of all,
Baptist. They're Baptist.
first of all, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Guys,
That is extremely homophobic, and I will not allow that in this ragtag team of heroes right now.
It's against
I'm
her
really
religion.
trying to be open-minded here, but
I mean, it sounds like you're guilty of something. If this is your kind of whole mindset with your religion.
She's
Yeah.
gay too.
He who is free of
Plot
sin,
twist.
throw the first stone.
Yeah.
slept with Chaz, you know? It's just like we lost it.
Oh snap!
Why?
Oh!
Out, the basket's out,
Chaz.
and I'm not into the game.
How
vibes.
could you do this to me?
I swear, man, I blacked out the whole time.
What? I lost the one thing I hold dear to me. And
Hey man,
you
it was for the likes.
were blacked out?
So like, okay, now I'm kind of regretting bringing that up. But
It's
I
for
feel
the
like
likes, man.
I feel like we've all kind of come together and have just grown a little closer.
I don't
After
think
this.
that brought us closer. I don't think
Now I hate both of them.
Okay. Anyways, he pulls his gun out. Well, what about you?
Just look around.
Yes.
He's like, well, anyways, we
It's for
got
the views.
a Northwest America to save. Let's go. And then he just kind of runs off towards the tunnel.
I just wanted to stir up the pot real quick.
Yeah, he's just running towards the tunnel. What are you guys doing?
Good thing I have this bat that.
I give them very nasty looks and I follow him.
Give me the bat.
No, I already
No, I
dropped
take the bat
No,
back from
no,
you.
Give it to me.
Wait, yeah.
I hold the
can't
shotgun
take
to
it back.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the bat.
Let me take it back.
Give
What
me
you
the
gonna
bat.
do? What you gonna do? Give me the bat.
No.
Cock the shotgun. Give me the bat.
Dude, their mascot's the cock.
But I gotta think about this. I'm gonna hit you in the head right now. Go,
I'm
boom.
across the room. What?
I
Are
ran towards
I'm
you.
still no.
Alright, yeah, she's running
across the
towards you.
desk.
Running towards you.
Okay.
Across all the desks.
Yes.
Shoot her in the leg.
She's using my rope.
Well, wait. If that's the case,
down.
wait. So if this is the case, did you take the bat with you to get the shotgun?
No, I gave her the bat.
Give her the bat. So you're
Just
still
before
standing
I-
on the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you're running on the desk. She's running at you on the
So I
desk.
mean, I had to do a pull to make it across the desk.
No, I'm just saying that she's running at you.
What are you gonna
So
do?
is she gonna make it across
She's
the
using
desk?
my
Or is she
rope
just
and
gonna
Looks
hit
like
me?
it looks right now. She's doing just fine.
Right now.
You're gonna hit me.
Yeah.
Alright, shoot her.
I want 3 pulls.
Yeah, I'm shooting you with a
swung away.
shotgun. What?
Yeah, I want 3
You're
pulls.
literally on your
I
desk.
swore for it.
He shot you with a shotgun.
You are on a like an island.
Shot. She's
Yeah.
already been
Except
shot.
you use
I've
that
already
instead
been
of dice.
shot today. Why can't I just go?
Because I shot you.
You're
with
charging with a
shotgun.
bat. What do you think was gonna happen?
I haven't listened to my
You're charging a guy with a shotgun.
Chart. Oh, please. I can't.
I have
You
the higher
didn't do
ground.
anything. You're still spinning around.
One. It's music
She
though.
dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game.
Plot twist. Or spoiler.
He'd just be like
Spoiler, she
hiding in
dies.
a cabinet or something. And
We open a cabinet.
That could
pops
be
up.
another student off the wall. That's
Okay.
He could be the nerd. My other secret love.
There you go.
3.
What?
Boom.
Was that really 3?
Yeah.
Did-
Wow.
Everyone?
You're
Okay.
dead.
You're
No, so
still
the-
across the
That's not-
room, my dude.
So the first shot nicks you in the foot, and you you kind of fly across the room and land on another desk, but your foot's like gone.
Yeah, it hits you in the foot with a shotgun.
Great.
So.
There's no hope for
I
me
ripped
anymore.
down.
And so she's just screaming in pain, holding her ankle,
Give me the bat.
drops the bat, and it falls onto the sludge,
Oh.
and it's gone.
Alright, well.
Massive.
we're down a back, guys.
And I'm still just standing there, just like looking around a little bit.
And then you just hear Montgomery from down the hall. Guys, what the hell? I thought we figured this all out. We just had to come by out moment.
You ruined this.
Guys, did you see that? You totally shot her in the foot. Can we get a like in the chat?
And I just look at Shart and I'm like, try me.
I'm just like,
Then I start running back and I start following Montgomery.
Okay, yeah.
All over
F in
this
the chat,
freaking
boys.
boy.
F in the chat for her foot, everybody.
F for foot in the chat. So
I
as you
start-
guys run by, you just hear someone banging on the door.
What door?
Like a locker. As you go down the hall, you hear someone bang on the locker. Go, guys, help!
Oh, then. Hey, I get it.
Okay.
Is that you, nerd?
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah, it's me, Joel.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joel, I'll save you.
Oh, thank you.
What's the combination to your locker?
This is mine.
Just shoot the door.
You used to shot out.
I don't shoot the door. I don't shoot the door.
God.
With the bat. We'll beat the door with the
Are you
bat.
okay?
That fell in the goop.
No,
We have
hope
2
you
more
don't.
still.
Wait, is your name Joel?
Are they
Jewel?
with them?
Jewel.
Joel.
Julie.
I'm sharp.
Jewel.
Nice to meet you.
You could be Joel, but they call you Jewel.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm at the locker and I'm like, what's your name again?
My name is Corey.
I'm like, Corey, you've been useless. Come break this door open.
I stumble there a little bit. I
As
walk
you
the
approach
wrong
the
direction
locker-
first. I make it there finally.
Go the wrong way.
As you approach the locker, you do notice that it's your dealer's locker in the school, so you know the combination by heart.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. It's just.
Of course.
420.
So
It's just.
it's 420.
It's just 4, 20, 69. There we go.
I knew you were gonna say that.
So yeah, the door just flings open, and you see Joel kind of crammed in there, and he just, yeah,
Is that you,
It's
nerd?
nerd.
yeah. Basically, here I'll pause it real quick so I can just catch you up. Okay.
Alright. Keep going.
Oh, I forgot to hit record. Okay, it's all right. Basically, they pull just a quick catch up. They pulled the nerd out, and then he was fine. You hated Martha for no reason, and you're making your way towards the tunnel.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's what the question. There's the map again. It's just.
Alright, so we're running towards the tunnel.
Oh yeah. Did you have the map?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh man, we don't have.
okay, well, we know where the tunnel is,
Oh.
though. We know where the tunnel is. Because we've seen the
Do
map.
you? Where is it?
Where is it?
It's at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
The bottom hallway.
Duh.
It's the bottom right of the map.
Up
The
a couple
southeast
stairs.
corner of the school is the tunnel.
Okay, you just hear him. That way! And he just kind of runs.
Alright, so I'm like, Montgomery, there's a tunnel this way. What do we do?
Just go towards it.
Sweet!
And then you kind of notice that it's more, it looks like a custodian closet, but as you open it and go inside, you do see,
Like a service tunnel.
yeah, like a surface tunnel that goes down.
Dude, what was Buster up to? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, as you pass Buster, he's just like gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That was Buster's life clock.
That was Buster's pacemaker. As he started to die.
Alright guys, let's go down this tunnel. This will be great. Wow.
Okay,
we do
what's
down the
your-
tunnel.
Woman and children first.
This is
Oh.
this is Jewel.
Yeah, Jewel.
It's me. I'm the only girl alive now.
You gotta be
And
first.
then I'm Chaz. I'm Chaz.
Okay, so he's just
I'm
like, all right,
Charlotte,
let's
everyone
go.
calls me Shark.
And he points at the surface tunnel.
Johnny.
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 My name is Corey. Hi.
You also missed some. Montgomery's just like shuts the door, holsters his pistol. You just missed some drama here in the group. Turns out Donnie here had a crush on Chaz, but he was afraid that Chaz was into Shark here. But it turns out he actually took Martha's virginity, but he hated everybody and only likes himself because he's narcissistic. Anyways, pulls his gun out. Who's gonna go into the service tunnel first? I'll take point. And he kind of keeps his watch at the door.
Alright guys, we're going into the tunnel here. We got a bat in one hand and the camera in the other. We're going. I'll go first.
I'm like, Chaz, wait, I have a shotgun. Let me go in front.
You know, that's
I'll
probably a good
protect
idea.
you, Chaz.
That's probably a good idea. Probably get a better angle from here anyway.
Make sure you get a good angle of my butt.
It's all about the views.
So
That's all that
who's gonna
matters.
open it?
He opens it.
I'm kind of like
Nothing's going off again.
holding the shotgun up. Swing the door open.
Okay, as the door opens, sludge tentacles come out and grab you by the legs and pull you in.
I can't just like start shooting at the thing.
I mean, you can if you want.
So like as soon as I open, I'm like finger on
Unloading.
the trigger. As soon as I see something come out, I'm like shooting at it.
Alright, I still want 2 pulls then.
Alright, down. I'm just trying to move the story along here, guys. The F is this
Going
one?
off again.
Guys, this is hard. Son of a
Oh no!
the tentacles got me.
No!
I saved you.
Thank you for saving me. Did the
Yeah, you
shotgun,
just
like,
watch him
I dropped
unload.
the
Did
shotgun.
the shotgun get dropped?
Yeah, shotgun like flies back.
Yeah, so so this is actually how you do it. It's really badass.
Cool.
So you unload both shells because it's a double barrel. You unload both shells from the tentacle, but it's still pulling you in. So you just toss the shotgun towards the rest of the group, and you look Chaz in the eyes and say,
I'll never wait. Remember me.
and then you're gone.
I'm like, wait a second.
Oh
Ah!
my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh! Can we get an F in the chat right now?
And then the tentacles just
He's
eat it.
actually gone.
And then the door shuts again, and then Montgomery goes, oh, this is worse than I thought. We have to kill the source material now in order to get out.
The source material.
So did
The hive mind.
So did the drug dealer's locker have extra shells? I feel like he would.
He's not the school shooter. He's
I-
the drug dealer.
He's gotta keep the goods safe.
No, but you do find pepper spray.
What about some shanks? Any shanks?
Pepper spray. Pepper spray.
You
is
find
that
a-
Sandy?
All right, I'll say that you find a.
pager.
So you still have the lighter.
A pager.
You do find like an aerosol can spray.
Of course, axe.
Yeah, it's Axe.
It's axe.
The scent is called Ocean Mountain Breeze.
I mean, that's
Not-
the only
not
thing my
Dark
dealer would
Temptation?
use.
Brett, my dealer. So then, as Montgomery just kind of stands there and he's like, all right, we're in the end game now.
Whatever it takes.
He's like, we need to make whatever it takes. I can do this all day.
I love you 2000.
So then he just kind of looks around and he's like, all right, I think we all need to do a quick little team exercise here to make sure that we all trust each other.
Why is he so much about
Team
this?
exercises.
Can we just kill him?
He was the shotgun.
He hasn't been very helpful.
He's like, so, who's this new guy? How does he know you all?
Use this guy that I shoved in a locker for some views. It was great. Got a couple hundred views off of it.
Cool. You sound like a person who cares a lot about what other people think, but in the end of the day, that doesn't help you in the long
Hey,
run.
and well, what people think about me also makes me the dollars.
The dollars.
I copied his math homework.
Literal dollars.
Oh yeah, he also got me through math.
Cool.
Indeed.
What? Alright, well, he's like, basically what we need to do now then is, I guess, just kill the hive mind. So let's kind of think about where we've been.
In a locker.
So it's definitely not there.
Well, we can count out the block.
Well, there's just green stuff back in the wood shop.
Oh yeah, the thing that I came out of.
Probably not.
How do we know you're not the hive mind?
Did you come out of
That
the
was
closet?
my concern.
And then all of a sudden, basically, he just kind of looks, the eyes roll into the back of his head, and then he just kind of starts walking out the door.
Everybody, let's just start shooting him. Whoever has the shotgun. Who's the shotgun?
Who has
Are
the
you sure?
shotgun?
He's just kind of shambling away from you
I
guys.
think we should just watch him.
Why don't we just follow him?
I
Yeah.
don't know what gets me used.
We're like, hey guys, you doing alright?
So,
Let's go, y'all.
so you guys kind of follow him. You stick to the wall.
Hey, who picks up the shotgun? Someone pick up the shotgun. I'll pick up the shotgun.
Pick up the shotgun.
Okay, are you gonna load
I've got the like.
I mean,
the
of
lighter
course.
thing.
Okay, so you
I
pick
might
up the
throw
shotgun,
it
load
out.
both shells.
He's got his protractor. No,
He's
wait,
just
I'm
like-
gonna
He's
give him
got
the
his
bat.
protractor
I'm gonna give him the bat just because I have like the kind of flamethrower thingy.
There you go. So you're kind of shambling down the hall.
You gotta make
Yeah,
sure.
we have a lighter.
You
Yeah,
see
but
him.
I got
You see him make his way towards the gym, where the decorations were set for prom.
Of course, the gym. Of course, it's always in the gym.
Stupid Jim. Stop doing that.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to the gym, I guess I'll check it out. I'll try anything once.
Are you even like aware of what's happening at this point? You just kind of following.
I'm kind of like, I kind of clocked out a little while ago, man.
You're just like, whoa, we're down like 4 people.
Yeah, dude, like I was out, I came to a little bit, I was like, where'd everyone go?
Started leveling out a bit. You're my coke dealer, by the way.
I was your coke dealer? Heck yeah.
There's just multiple layers in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So I think I'm just gonna light the prom decorations on fire. Just give us a little bit more light in the room.
Yeah, so basically as you enter the room, you do see a giant mass that's glowing the same green that you kind of saw in the garage door. It's like pulsing outwards.
Is it dead?
One way to find out.
Taste it.
Taste it, nerd.
You need...
Taste it,
You won't
nerd.
bet.
You won't.
Okay.
What, are you gonna taste it for real?
Yeah.
Alright, as you start, you take a chunk out of it and you just start to put it in your mouth.
Wait, what is this?
Can I sniff it?
He literally started eating it.
The-
So what happens is it starts expanding itself in your mouth and in your throat and starts choking you.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's basically choking right now.
Well,
I'm gonna go in, like reach in and take it out. Another thing.
Okay, so yeah, as you reach in and you grab it and you pull it out, and it starts to kind of encompass itself around your arm.
And I
Can I hit his arm?
grab.
A bit
I'm gonna light my own arm on fire. Like I just start.
Okay, so you light your own arm on fire.
Can I start hitting it with a baseball bat?
I'm gonna need 3,
You're
yeah?
hitting
You're
his
gonna
arm.
need 3 pulls.
4 pulls if he's gonna hit you with the bat.
No, just 3. Just 3.
Can I do one of them?
No?
Oh.
Are you really gonna hit him with the bat though?
The nerd's not gonna hit me with the bat.
I'm not gonna
Hit
hit
him
him.
with that.
Because then I just light the nerd on fire.
Also, as this is this the phone, the hand that had the vlog?
No, that was his third hand.
Nah, so I just made a rig. So
He said
I don't know
like
which.
a- like a-
Yeah, you
While we
found
were
it.
in
You
the
found it
wood
in the
shop.
dealer's locker.
I just found like a chest mount, you know. So yeah, I'm at 2.
dealer had a weird assortment of stuff in the locker. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
say half the
apparently.
stuff I found.
Wait, how many pulls? Just 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that was 3.
So you managed to flick it off your
Just so
arm.
that I would've been
And then as it lands on the ground, it starts
I'm just
wiggling
gonna
on the
say
floor towards
someone had to have gotten me a
the hive mind.
So
What's the hive mind?
It's a giant black mass, a circular mass that has a green glow to it that seems to be dripping eternally, but not ever
Is the
losing more
green
substance.
viscous thingy explosive?
So then Montgomery starts just unloading the rest of his clip on it, runs out, nothing seems to happen, so he throws his gun at it. Oh yeah, you're right. I take that all back. He just kind of walks into it and gives it a hug. And then it engulfs him.
The orb thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I take a shot at it with the shotgun. I'm just like...
Okay. As you do that, you hear a giant, high-pitched scream that shakes the entire building. And as that happens, you see things come out of the wall. You see a bunch of stuff ooze out of the wall and falls to the floor. Oh, my speaker died.
Just throwing this out, we had 2 shotgun shots lost.
Yeah. So then they start to ooze out the walls and fall down to the floor, and they start forming people. And it's all the students and teachers, you know.
Ooh. So I'm gonna just take some of like the streamers and I tie it to the little axe can, and then I light it on fire, and then I just toss it at the green mask or the mask thingy.
It's gonna take quite some time to make a Molotov cocktail out of an aerosol can and a lighter.
It's a thing.
So as he's kind of working it,
Just light it and...
yeah. But I'm saying like as he's tying and getting it ready, they're all seem to be walking towards him.
Okay, I have 2 shots left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just go with it with those, man. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
And then,
I'm gonna say since you're baked out of your mind, I want to pull for that actually.
You shoot, Chaz.
Can I swing at the people that are forming?
Yeah, we have 2 bats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2
You
bats.
drop one of them and
So I take
swinging.
The nerd's just swinging.
Yeah, I take 2 shots.
I take my 2 shots, right? And then I'm out of that, so we have the baseball bats left.
Yeah.
You
Start
can
smacking
use,
him
you
with
can
the
use your
gun.
shotgun as a bat.
Yeah. So okay, we got that.
Okay, so he's like, "Oh, look at my special improvised bat," and he starts swinging with the gun, and then you 2 swinging with the bats. Okay, so you managed to finish up your Molotov, and what do you do with it?
I just light it up and throw it at the big mass.
Cool. So you huck it right at the hive mind. As it hits the thing, it starts to enter.
I'm gonna yeet this real quick.
Yo.
All right, get some
Yo.
hype in the chat. Ready? All right, let's go, guys.
Let's get lit.
Whoa.
And then as it enters inside the hive mind, it gets engulfed. And as it looks like that it wasn't just about to work, it explodes and blows the hive mind to pieces. I want 2 pulls each.
Each?
Yep.
Like,
All of you.
I want to go first.
Alright.
So, was my, like, black goo body in the crowd?
Yeah, you do see everybody. You see Kimmy.
Heck yeah. I want
You
to
see Donnie. You see Martha.
But I only
You see
go,
Dr.
I only go after the guys.
You see Mr. Cragglepuss.
Mr. Cragglepuss. He's still got the leg in his eye.
You see Buster.
No, Buster.
Not Buster. What the heck?
What was that?
Fix it. That's generally not how you stack
Yeah.
Jenga. That needs to go the other way.
What the hell?
What is happening?
That'll do.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Full send, that's fine.
It's gonna fall.
We're in the end game now, boys.
Oh no!
God, Chaz!
No.
I didn't get to pull.
I'll just have you be fine.
Okay.
So basically, after everybody gets up, after they see it destroyed, and Corey and Chaz and Shart all sit up and they look at each other as they realize that they've done it and they've saved the world. But as you look over, you see Chaz, who had been severely burned from one of the debris of the hive mind exploding, had hit him in one of his lungs. And he looks up to his phone, and with his last word to his viewer, he says,
Alright, guys, this has been epic. Like, comment, subscribe. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna go now.
And then literally as this happens, he notices that his phone battery died 2 hours ago.
Oh, no.
Wait,
So,
what? He was just talking to a black phone screen the whole time? He didn't notice that it was off?
yeah, he wasn't very smart. And then he passes out and dies.
I thought you were going to be real poetic and be like, the phone dies as he dies. But,
Oh.
I mean,
No,
that's fine.
That's funny.
No, it was dead, as we're all dead inside.
True.
Yay! You guys did it!
I'm the one that
No, you never
I'm sorry, I can't do this no more. 'Cause girl, I'm sickened by the thought of it all. I'm just sickened by the thought of it all. All this feeling we get in my to unfold.